Hello everyone, my name is Construct and we play GOAT format Yu-Gi-Oh! Welcome back to Fun Deck Frequence. Let's take some spice and sprinkle it into the big soup of Dueling Book. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready to cook. So enough talking, let's get to the video. Welcome back in the kitchen everyone. We are here today with a very special deck. I built this deck like ages ago, because I saw a similar one on YouTube one day. I think it was yugioh, I'm not sure right now, but there was one guy who had this Ectoplasmer scapegoat control deck, and I instantly fell in love with it and wanted to build it my own. I have no idea about the original, but this is pretty near to the original, but as always with some changes of my own. When I first played this deck, I was so bad. I just lose. It's pretty hard to play, I think, and you have to get like into it to have the right plays and to make the right decisions. But last testings were pretty good, and I really fell in love with it while I played it. So I love the deck. Maybe I will build it in real life too, because it's just so fun. I love Fiends, and this is like the perfect deck for Fiends in my opinion. And you have super cool interactions with the Ectoplasmer and everything, but you'll see it in the duels. Let's get through the deck itself. We have two boss monsters. We have the Dark Necrophyre. You banish 3 Fiends, and if this gets destroyed by an opponent's card, I think, yeah, you can target one monster of them and take the control. Pretty cool. It's not the best card in the world, but it's just one of our favorites from the past, one of my favorites from the past, and it has very good synergy with the Fiends. So we have 1 here, 2 would be way too bricky, but I really like the 1 Dark Necrophyre. Our second boss monster is Dark Ruler Hades, which is very good against like Turbo and every flip-based deck. Unfortunately, you can't bring it back from the grave, but that's not the biggest problem. Good to have him here. He's a Fiend and he's just super cool. You all know it. The next 3 cards synergize very good with our Ectoplasma. It's the Malice Doll of Demise. Usually it's not the best card, but if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard by an effect of a continuous spell card, you can special summon it back in the next standby phase. And this is like the main combo we want to activate with the Ectoplasma. And 1600 attack and 1700 defense can be pretty good. But we have 3 of those. They're also Fiends, very nice. We have 2 Dark Mimic level 1 since we play Control. Also a Fiend. It's a level 1. It's a classic in Control, like from 2005. And I love the art. You know, I have it in the Fun Deck Frequence layout for the duels because I really like it. And since we play 2 Dark Mimic level 1, we have 1 spicy little Dark Mimic level 3, also a Fiend. And if it gets summoned by the level 1, we can draw 2 cards instead of 1 card by the effect. So we have these 3 as our flip monsters. We have 2 Mystic Tomatoes. Unfortunately, it's not a Fiend, it's a plant, but it has pretty perfect synergy with every other like monster in the deck. Almost every other monster. We can get a Sangan, a Sinister Serpent, or even a Giant Germ, which gets more Giant Germs, because if this is destroyed by battle, you can summon up to 2 Giant Germs. It fuels the graveyard for like Dark Necrophyre, makes damage, and synergizes also with the control package. We have a Sinister Serpent, a Sangan, Breaker, Tribe. These are basic, and 1 Tsukiyomi, because we play Control. Of course we play Tsukiyomi. These are all the monsters we play in the main. We have 2 Nox, Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity. We play 2 Metamorphosis, not 3. 2 are enough here. We have the 3 Ectoplasma. We really want that card. Sometimes it's hard to decide when to play it, but if you have your stuff here, your opponent will probably lose, because they have to tribute their monsters, and you get like advantage over time. You will see it in the duels, so very cool. If you don't know what it does, once per turn each player has to tribute one face-up monster in their end phase, and the opponent gets half the attack as life point damage. So you can deal damage and you can get rid of problematic monsters. If they don't have many resources, they just have to rather set their monsters, which they wanted to play out face up, or they have to like attack and then tribute it. You really have to manage in this deck your life points, because in the beginning when I played this deck, I underestimated like the life point damage of Ectoplasmer, and there were so many times when I just like killed myself. So you have to get used to this card. We play 3 of them. We have 2 creature swaps, of course. We have many recruiters. We have the scapegoats. We have Sinister Serpent, Sangan. We are just built for creature swap. So we have 2. Would love to play 3, but it's semi-limited goat, so we have just these. We have the Delinquent Duo, a Snatch, Storm. We have 3 scapegoats, MST, and for the traps we have Ring, a Mirror Force, and 2 Royal Decrees. I think in the original there were no Royal Decree, but I love this card here. You know me by now. If we play any kind of control, we have the Decree, since we don't play many traps. That's it for the main deck. In the side we have 2 Karibos against Reasoning Gate, since they are Fiends and just good cards against them. We have the Swords because they are pretty good in control. They can stall 3 turns, you know the card. We can sometimes suck against the aggro matchup because we have many small guys, and against like aggro decks we want to make maybe more damage with the Ectoplasma, so we play 3 giant orcs. They're also Fiends. We can just trade them out with the dolls. We also have 2 smashing grounds because we play Decrees. We don't want Sakuretsu armor. I don't like the synergy, so we have 2 smashing grounds against like problematic big monsters or whatever. Because we have the Royal Decree mechanic, we also have a Jinso. We can side it out with the Dark Ruler if we play like against aggro decks. I'd rather have a Jinso instead of this one, or maybe any other one, let's see. But we have a Jinso and a 3rd Royal Decree, very good also against burn, and like aggro decks like Warrior. They have so many traps and you want to shut them down, so we have those. We have 1 Kaiku against like every graveyard based deck, 2 Mind Controls against Turbo, and 2 Mystic Walks against burn. I think I didn't play against burn with this deck. Maybe we will play against burn, but let's see. This is the deck. I really like it. I can totally recommend it to play it. And before I forget, we had our first shout out for the layout here. So we have a Pot of Greed. So we have 2 Pot of Greeds. My friend Aldi said, please add a Pot of Greed, and shout out to Ingo, one of our friends. So Ingo, this is for you. We have your Pot of Greed here, thanks to Ollie. So, like I said, this is the deck. Again, I have some replays for you guys. In my testing, I had pretty cool matches. So let's watch the replays and then have some real matches. Alright, first replay against Wise Tree. Opponent starts. We have a decent hand. As always, folks, I don't remember anything. But like always, I think the memory comes back while we watch the replay. We drew an Ectoplasma, pretty cool. So I think best here, we have an open field. Let's summon Giant Germ and go in. Let's see what we did. Yep, that's perfect. We really want to have those guys out, and like same with like Sangan beaters. Can do damage with 1000 attack monster if you repeat attack. Unfortunately, they have scapegoats, so this looks like a control mirror. Not really a thing we want to see, but screw that. We summon Sinister Serpent. Retrospective, I would have summoned Dark Mimic level 3, I think. But I think it's not wrong to summon Sinister Serpent, especially with the Ectoplasma. There you go. We can get the Sinister back, do some damage. And they have to tribute a monster also, so like the Scapegoat or anything else they will maybe summon. We also have a Mirror Force set. I think maybe I said it because we have the storm and maybe I want to get a use of it. Or they have a Trunade. Facilier. Okay, maybe they have Metamorphosis. They attack into the Giant Germ. Okay, which is very good for us. Get 2 new ones. Alright. I don't see this play, but good for us. So we have the Malastol of Demise, which is pretty cool. We have also the Ectoplasmer, so could be, yeah. Can get over the Facilier easily and push some damage with the germs. And now the combo starts. It's just amazing. Ectoplasma, distributing Malastol of Demise, do some damage, and it will come back next standby phase. They have a Prima, alright. Still have the Mirror Force. Another Trunade. They really play around this Ectoplasma. The doll still comes back. Blowback Dragons. So this, I think, is Machine Gate, not Control. There you go. Blowback doing its thing. 2 heads, so the germ is gone, unfortunately. Another Prima, they go all in. I think that's all they can do now. Megamorph. Here we had the thing, because like I was reading and it was like, man, 2 Megamorphs should do the same as 1. So like we talked about it in the chat, and we realized after checking it just does the same job if you have 2. So we survive. They get a 500 damage. We survive this turn. Awesome. We got the storm, which is more than huge here. They think about something. Metamorphosis, alright. So they get a... Oh, they get a Last Warrior. Which we... So now we can't use Ectoplasma anymore, and we can't summon the Malistol. But we have like the Mirror Force. Really cool match already, yep. So we set Dark Mimic and the Mirror Force. Maybe retrospective I would have even set the Scapegoats, but it'd be fine. We gladly take these 1000 life points. And draw another card. Graceful, awesome. Duo doesn't do much here, but maybe we will activate it anyways. No, okay. Yeah, set Tomato, set Scapegoat. We just have to get rid of this Last Warrior with the Mirror Force. Then we can some pushes. They have their Graceful, their own. Line doesn't do much here. 1 set. Get back to Serp. Yeah, we storm here. Unfortunately, another Scapegoat, but we have the Tribe. And I think with the Ectoplasma we have game. So Tribe, discarding Sinister for the Scapegoats, go in and win with the good old Plasma. Very, very nice. Love it. So, winning game 1. Nice, with the giant germ and the creature swap. Reasoning, I think the one I feared the most was like Cyberstein in this situation. So I called 2. They got our old friend Fusilier. So, got a Torrential. And the Ectoplasma, so I think the play here is just activating Ectoplasma, summon Melistol of Demise, and set maybe Torrential or maybe everything except the creature swap. Or we do some creature swap action. And here I didn't think about Scapegoat, which was very bad. So, yeah, not the best play here. It's always easier to see it retrospective. But we got a Torrential. But they can't summon right now. This is so bad. It's crazy how like one card, like creature swap, can screw up everything. So interesting sometimes. So to set a card has to turn. I think we summon Melistol of Demise, attack into the Giant Germ, and then activate Ectoplasma. I wish Giant Germ was a level 1, this would be crazy. And we can clear 2 more tokens. They take 500. Oh yeah, of course. So, Ectoplasma doing Ectoplasma things. So cool in the anime also. Another true Nate. They really played around the Ectoplasma effect. Unfortunately, they have a lightning vortex. But they go minus pretty hard, so maybe we have a chance. Oh, they got the limiter. Alright, GG. So, they win game 2. Such a cool match already. So we are entering game 3. Got a Pot of Greed, which is very nice. Slam this one for sure. So we got yeah, I think the plays play tomato. Why did I set it? Maybe because of, I don't know. I had my reasons. Well, it's a good defense. It's a reasoning gate. Or like machine gate. That's why I said it. We fear again the Stein, and now they have what in the world? Moisture Creature. Didn't see that since like Schoolyard. But I really didn't see why you would play this, because it's not a machine. And you don't really care so much about the traps and spells of the opponent if you have like 3 True Nates and a Storm. But here we have our good old fella Cillier. Tribute it off for Monster Gate. Let's see what they get. Here comes the Stein. So very happy I set the tomato instead of summoning it. Stein in defense, which makes sense. Stein decks are mostly fun to watch. So I was thinking, let's get scapegoats now, because if they summon Last Warrior again, we can't summon them. So I changed scapegoat to the Stein effect. But I remember, I think there was a punish. Yeah, we got a creature swap. The punish in my head was like, maybe they have Big Bang Shot. But unfortunately for us, they have Token Thanksgiving. We already saw that here in the discards for Reasoning. So they get a bunch of life points back. I'm not sure if they didn't see it, but they could have even make another Stein effect and get like a Fiend Skull Dragon or whatever, or a Bolter to negate this, and I think they would have, or they wouldn't have won, but we get a Germ. We want to thin the deck, have at least more monsters. Magic Cylinder against the big boy. Master of Oz is just the card you want to have. So we attack into the Stein because we don't want them to have another fusion monster. Activating creature swap. Ectoplasmer. Setting Zug. Get rid of this one to deal more damage. So now Magic Cylinder is not lethal now, but if I remember right, they had another True Nate. Fortunately for us, they attack into the Germ. We activate Karibo. We reset the Zug. So now Magic Cylinder is lethal. We even got this, got a ring, so this has to be over. We summon a Lady, Dark Necrophere, awesome. They obviously didn't know the card. We attack the Giant Germ, why not? Deal some more damage. Now set the gang. Even if they have a True Nade now, this should be over. I hope they attack. Oh yeah. I was like... 8,400 Magic Cylinder going down. And we win this awesome match. So this was just priceless. See, the deck can do stuff. It's super cool. Especially in this case with the Magic Cylinder, it was just priceless. So really, really fun to rewatch this. Been a while when I played this, so it was super cool and super exciting. Hope you had fun too. We have another replay, as always. So let's watch this and then have some real matches. Replay number 2. Welcome. Silent Control, very experienced player. I love these emojis. Like, they weren't emojis back at the time, but every one of us did those, like in ICQ or MSN. You will remember the time. So they activate terraforming to get an ocean. The card's name, Legendary Ocean. So there we have it. We have 2 knocks, Dark Mimic level 1, Heavy Storm, Ring of Destruction, and a Mystic Tomato. The play here definitely is Summon Tomato. See what happens if we attack. Again, Scapegoats. really scapegoat heavy replays today. We set the ring. They have Metamorphosis to get 1,000 eyes. Glad to have the ring, which we activate immediately. Fortunately, we don't have another beater, but that's not the problem. We attack into Goat Token, set Dark Mimic, set Heavy Storm. That's what I would do now again. I love Pro Set Heavy. We got a duo, so I think we slam this now, or we flip Dark Mimic first. No. Don't give them any informations before we duo, so we hit Legendary Ocean and a Fenrir. So this looks like water control. I just watched a video of Pup, very interesting, about a water control deck. Super cool. Check this out if you didn't. So we flip the Dark Mimic. We draw a Melistol of Demise. Attack with Dark Mimic into the Goat token, and here we are. More Goat tokens. We love this. But just 2 left, so it's fine. Let's hope they don't have another Metamorphosis. Unfortunately, the Dark Necrophyre is still dead in our hand. It mostly is. That's why we just play 1. They have an Aqua Spirit, which attacks into the Dark Mimic. So they activate the effect for the Melistol. We have a Giant Germ. I think we summon it and get over the Goat tokens. We don't really care about the Aqua Spirit, it's fine. Can't get over the doll anyway. So Abyss Soldier gets over the doll, unfortunately. Giant Germ is such a fun card. You just get so many monsters out of it and fuel your graveyard. So we already have 3 Fiends in the grave now. No back row from the opponent. So definitely, I think here we can creature swap first. We don't really care which monster we get. We get over it with the Necrophyre anyway. So I think we activate creature swap before. So we summon the Necrophyre. Opponent's a big fan. Who's not? So creature swap now. Tag into the Germ. Tag over the Abyss Soldier with the Necrophyre and a direct attack by another Germ. Looking good. Reasoning. So we have the water reasoning again. Shoutouts here to Yugioh, which we played 2 times in 1 week, and he was, or she was, in 2 videos in a row. We call 7 because of the Leviathan Dragon, and I think if I remember right, we even hit this. Yep. Also such a great card. I have to play some water one time. You can tell me if you want to see some water like Reasoning Gate, Water Control, whatever, Water Aggro, just let me know. We are kind of happy to get rid of 2 knocks by their card destruction. They had another Leviathan Dragon in hand, which was dead. They have a Snatch, which we really don't care about because we have a Storm. We drew Ceasefire and a Snatch of our own. I think here we activate just the Storm. Get a Necrophyre back. And they admit defeat. We got even a well played from the opponent. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it if like, especially of experienced player. We had a little chat. Never give informations. But they saw the engine with the Ectoplasmer. It didn't come up last game, so let's see if it comes up now. They get another ocean. And a Sangan. That's all. We got a Pot of Greed. Very nice. We sided in the Karibo. Of course, against any kind of reasoning or OTK deck. Here I think the play is just summon the doll and get over Sangan. They got a Fenrir, which with the Sangan. So they have the ocean and a Fenrir in hand. We set just the ring. I think that's fine. We can perfectly chain the ring to the Abyss Soldier, but they don't lose a card since they had Sinister Serpent. Another Aqua Spirit, and with the ocean, they can get over the doll. So here, I think they have 3 cards left. One of the cards in hand is Fenrir, which is dead now, which wouldn't be dead if this one comes to grave. But I think we should get Tear and not Snatch. We don't have another normal summon anyways, so I think Tear is the play. We decided to Snatch. We get 1,000 back, and I assume there's Sinister Serpent. We have a knock, unfortunately. And a return of the different dimension. I remember I thought I can summon the Sinister, I think. Yeah, but that was a mistake because it's not dimension. So they bounce the Snatch with Prio. And we chain the Torrential. So we get rid of all their monsters. Why did I lose 600? Ah, okay. I was so confused right now. So we lose 2k from the Abyss Soldier, which they got back with the Prima. But they are pretty low, so now we can use Karibo. It's a level 1. For Metamorphosis, get their Abyss Soldier, get in with 1800. And win the duel. GG's, my friend. GG's. So, really love the deck. We played against Reasoning twice in the replays. Really liked it. We won 2 times. Pretty cool. But enough with the replays, as always. Now we get some real matches, so see you next duel. Here we are with a real match. Rock. Paper Gang wins, unfortunately. Welcome, Colo, Solo, Jolo 8. Have fun. Decent hand. Got a ring. Scapegoat. Cold Wave. So do we have Angel Valentinov? This looks like. Alright. Can only set monster. I bet they have a knock or whatever. Let's set the doll. No, wait. We could go over the Gillosaurus. Yeah. Summon the doll. Get over the Saurus. Hope we survive next turn. I'd rather have it I'd rather take some damage instead of it getting knocked. Last will. If we survive this turn, we have the things. So let's hope. They get like... They got the Horus. Stein. Yeah, I got even King Dragoon, but I think he will win with the ring. No, we can't target dragon type monster. They got it all. We don't like draw Force or Torrential. Oh, they even got 2. Alright, we take 700 here. But why don't they summon it? Oh, big mistake. Big mistake. So now, can we do anything here? We can use spells. Can't target any dragon monsters. We have scapegoats. We survive 1 more turn. Yeah, we set Sinister. Set scapegoats. Set MST. Even set the ring. Should we do? I had like my second video was with this deck, or like with my version of the deck. I really want to do a new video of it, I think. Because I'm not so satisfied with it. Like with the outcome of the duels and like the quality, but I think that's normal. We are 2 months in this channel now. I'm super happy how it performs and everything. Didn't say thank you in a while, so thank you to all of you who comments, likes, and everything. Really appreciate it. But I really want to do a new video of this deck because it has so much potential of fun and it's very cool. So here we are kind of dead, I think. We set the Dark Mimic. They even had a knock for the Sinister, unfortunately. Set the knock as a bait. And I think we have to snatch the Stein because we need a defense. Ah, damn. Okay. Doesn't make a difference, I think. There is hope. If we draw Mirror Force. And if they attack with the Horus first, which they won't do, I think. No. Let's see what we would have drawn. Okay. GG, bro. So, we don't need the decree. They are on decrees themselves, I think. We want the Karibo. We want the Smashing Grounds. They are so good against Dragoon. The good thing here is Ectoplasmer doesn't target, so it's an out against their dragons, even if there is King Dragoon on the field. Creature swap is also pretty good. We don't need the knock. Do we want Giant Orc over the doll? No. Been a while since I played the deck. Let's get in. I think that's fine like this. Oh wait. We forgot to swap. LOL. Okay. So people see what we're playing. I think they will now see. Should we think we should do the Ectoplasmer play. Yeah. Alright, this goes to grave. They take 800 damage. We end the turn. They don't have an OTK now. We are fine. Maybe they have a Gyrosaurus in hand, or... Well, if they would have a Lily, they would have attacked. They play like rats. At least the original deck. Cold Wave, okay. That's fine for me. So, I think we play another doll, or we play the germ. Could they have rat? Let's play another doll. The rat, alright. See if they get like a Lily now, or another rat. If they get another rat, we definitely won't attack into it, because they have to tribute it for Ectoplasma anyways. Another rat, alright. Perfect. Let's set... Oh, we can't set anything, so... $800 damage. That's the turn. I don't see why they activated Cold Wave. So now they can crash the rats. Another Cold Wave. Fine for me. Belt Force. Yeah, they play like a beginner, I think. $700 more, but the rat is gone. Get back our doll. Can't play any spell or traps. I think here we summon Giant Germ, get in with both. And in end phase, they had another Cold Wave in end phase. Tribute the doll. I really like that we see some Ectoplasma action here. Super cool. Let's see what they got. A pot. So no Cold Wave now, so we can set the Mystical Space Typhoon maybe, or activate Snatch Steal if they get something. Stein is dead already. The Cold Waves didn't really do anything against us. This could be a dead Stein. Right. Choose between a little fluffy ball and a little treasure. I don't know the word right now. Box. I don't know. So, doll's coming back. We have an MST for the that card, which we activate now. Royal Decree. Alright, we don't care. I think we just attack with the doll. Could be like a Gillosaurus or maybe a Zangan. All right. Bye. We don't care so much about this. We won't set anything here. Because they know our cards. I don't see the need to rather set Snatch or a Heavy Storm. So this should be the Spy. This very, very nice here. So now we just activate Storm. Perfect. So Storm. Yeah. Rebo. Or Snatch. Spelled wrong, fella. All right. We tribute Germ for Hades. Get in. And win the duel. GG, my friend. So I think we just run it back. We almost have no traps, so we don't care about their decrease. Maybe swords isn't that bad. Well, let's run it back like this. All right, game 3. Apart. We have so many answers. Like, I remember when like with the deck they play, you have to go all in. That's your option you have. And if you get out like a Koala or whatever, we have like creature swap, snatch. We have pretty much stuff to like punish like the all-in strategy. So let's see, they viewed the extra deck, so maybe they have a Stein. But it's a risky game. It's risky turn 1. They play... they play Grandmark in the original deck, I think. Okay. Grandmark really wouldn't make sense here. Last will, okay. So they go for it. 2 last wills, alright. Of course they have the Horus. I forgot about that. They get Stein, maybe they get Lily. Okay. Imagine they get King Dragoon and special summon another Horus. Or the field's just completely full. We are sitting here like, okay. Creature swap. Alright. So let's see. If they have anything. Okay. Let's pot first. Smashing Ground, very nice. I think we should duo here. Get rid of the last card. Not a Stein, alright. Fortunately, Smashing Ground just kills spy. But we can get rid of... We play Germ, attack over the Stein. Then we can play creature swap to get the spy. With the smashing ground we could destroy the horrors at least. Let's storm first. We don't care about this. So Germ, attack into Stein. Maybe they would have given us the Stein, but I don't think so. Creature swap. That's like all we can do here. We have a few turns left. Rebo. Oh, damn. Alright, we screwed that up. I was so focusing on the King Dragoon effect. So now they get to level 8. Okay, they don't get to level 8. We keep the Karibo for like the last emergency play. This doesn't do much. All right. Unfortunate, but with the Stein deck and everything, sometimes it is like this. Still like it though. I think there wasn't more we could do. But yeah, that's it for this one. Let's have another one. So see you next duel. All right. Paper Gang. JBR Rigman 60. Thank you. Fun. Let's see if we can do some Ectoplasma action. We have 2 Ectoplasmas, so this should be possible. Let's... I would say... Let's set Dark Mimic level 3. Set Ectoplasma and pass the turn. If one of those gets destroyed by whatever, we don't really care. If this gets knocked, it would be worse. Okay. Didn't think we can get out a storm. Very nice. Rhoda. So maybe this is warrior. Yep. I didn't think we get the effect of the Dark Mimic level 3, so this is fine. I didn't want to set the level 1 because this would get all of them out of the deck by knock. And I wanted to avoid that. I got a feeling these sets are like bluffs because they thought so much. But let's summon tomato. Maybe they have a ring. Or even a solemn. Let's try to get in. Sakuretsu. Alright. Well, let's activate Ectoplasmer. Alright. Pass the turn. So now, of course, the damage we get can overwhelm us. But like, we have to look at Ectoplasma like as a, or like also as a removal spell. And we need to get rid of their monsters, so... We have a tribe against the warriors in general, so it should be okay. Unfortunately, the... the Nog is dead. But we can use it as discard fodder, so... Goodbye level 2. I think they misunderstood the card. That's MST first one. Call, right? Yeah, we definitely tribe here. Torrential. Okie doke. Let's set the Nog as a bait. Since tribe is gone, we don't need this card stuff. Like, of course, for like graceful, but... Okay, cool. We have a lot of opponents that forget to banish. Alright, we are getting low. But... I think now we summon Giant Germ. No, let's set Dark Mimic. We don't want to lose a monster. Can be a downside with the Ectoplasma, but we have to go the slower route. So Exiled Force coming down. Pot of Greed, very nice. We have a Scapegoat, alright. Let's set Giant Germ. That Scapegoat. Pass the turn. Because if they don't attack into it, we can flip it up, attack, and then Tsukuyomi it down. Haiku, alright. We get 2 new Giant Germs. Awesome. We don't have so many life points left. Maybe our Ectoplasma will kill us. Heavy Storm. This is actually... Can risk it. I really want those scapegoats, I think, but with the Tsuk we don't really need it. Let's storm here. Maybe they have a Solemn. We can get back from this. Damn. With a Solemn they would get so low. And if this is not a Mirror Force... Okay, so this is something to protect. Alright, so they really wanted to protect this card. But we have to risk it. We have scapegoats as like emergency cases. Maybe it's a Sakuretsu, but that they wouldn't. Okay, I really wonder what that is. Okay. All right. Looking not so bad, I would say. But if they have a monster now, is strong enough. GG. GG. Didn't think we can go out of this situation. So we want the giant orc. We want the smashing ground, Jinso, royal decree. Swords, maybe. But we don't want knock. Yeah, we don't really need the Melis Doll of Demise. These are good. Hades can go out with the decree. Yeah, we want the Mirror Force. It's too good. It's just too good. We have 4 monsters. Okay. We can cut, I think. Yeah, let's cut 1 Ectoplasmer and 1 Dark Mimic. Fine. Don't want him to wait too long. Maybe we have a little oversighting against the aggro decks, because we don't really have the space. We can find some space for something else. Maybe a 3rd Karibo against Reasoning Gate. Because like we already have like 3 scapegoats, and don't think we maybe the swords can be cut. Royal Decree against warriors is always a good thing. Scapegoat with creature swap. That is fine for me. We smashing ground here. I don't think so. I want to use the Mirror Force before we use Royal Decree. So let's set Decree, Scapegoat, Mirror Force. And hope they don't have a storm. Little lag going on here. Alright, they got the storm. Well, at least we have the scapegoats. Alrighty. So no monster. Okay. Let's set the Ectoplasma. How do we want to activate it? No. That's the thing. You can think of it like a removal spell, but then the damage gets so high so fast. And if you don't have something like to protect or to like control, this can like be a pretty big curveball. Exiled Force beat down. So I think they have something to protect. They should have. So we have 2 smashing grounds. Are still pretty healthy. Activate 1. Set the rest because Storm is gone anyway. So we can play around duel. Just wanted to say storm. So all of their dust shoots should be dead. They have more, and I think they have more. Pot of Greed, very nice. Whoa, do we want to activate it now? I think so. BLS. Right, let's set the ring. Giant germ, very nice. Yeah, let's summon it. Torrential's gone. I think it would die from a like Sakuretsu armor or anything. But okay, Aura Ring. Okay, random. Will ring this Blade Knight. We are getting pretty low. Giant germ number 2. Very good. Summon it. Alright, so one back row left. Still no dark. Wangu. Getting germ. Fading creature swap. Get in. There's always some confusion with the giant germ or like recruiters in general. The graveyard effects, but gets to my graveyard, it will activate in my graveyard. Graceful. Yeah, let's hit that. Solemn Judgment, okay. Let's get in with the Wang. 550 left for the opponent. Okay. Up deck war. Not doing much here. Pushing ground the Kaiku. Set decree. Unfortunate. Okie They have Wangus. Maybe we wanna have the doll instead of the germs. Let's get in these over these. I think it's fine. Side in these. I still don't know if you can do this when you already hit done siding. I've seen it on some YouTubers that they did it like after they clicked done siding. But I think I did it before and it didn't took like change. Let's see. Alright, turn 1 Necrophere is something you don't really want to see. I think we just set the scapegoats and the MST. Should be fine. Well, unfortunately, there's a Wangu, but let's see how many back row they have. Maybe we can get rid of it with the breaker. Let's see the first one. Tornado. Let's pot first. Okay. I am absolutely fine with this. Get rid of the Wangu. And that's the turn. They have Snatch, unfortunate, but we can chain the scapegoats. Hopefully they don't have another Wangu. Tribe is absolutely fine. End phase scapegoat. Royal Decree. Okay. Let's meta here, because if we don't, the scapegoats are gone next turn. But I wouldn't attack. I would wait for the decree. Okay, or we attack, because why not? Alright. Never do this. Never do this. I wouldn't have attacked because of like a maybe Sakuretsu armor or something else. Can't attack, fella. But we also can't get over Haiku, but now we can. Yeah, let's smash and ground the Kaiku. Get in with the tear. Control doing control things. Very nice. Rhoda. Alright. Exiled force incoming. And Royal Decree in the end. Serpent. I think this should be Serpent beatdown for sure. 600 life points. This is a 2-turn clock. And without traps, it should fine. Fortunately, still no Fiend. Okay, there's a Kaiku. Definitely getting the Serpent back. If they don't have... Oh, I think they can't have anything against our giant orc. So, let's get in. Should be game. Yep. Jeez, fella. this match lagged so much, it always gets me a little bit like tired and bored. Unfortunately, we didn't see so much Ectoplasma action in the last match, but glad we won. Glad we won with the Giant Orc, so we could see some Giant Orc things. I think this is a good point to round this video up. I hope you like the deck. I really like the deck. I really want to talk about the deck, so see you at the deck constructor. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the deck. It is so much fun. I realized in deciding we had a little bit too much against like aggro decks. I know like Jinso and Royal Decree are mainly for burn, but I also wanted them in the aggro matchup, so I think we could cut even like the smashing grounds or like the swords, because like we have metamorphosis. It is kind of a removal spell. Also, we have the creature swap, so I think we could cut smashing grounds, or maybe the swords, or maybe swords and one giant orc, or maybe even the giant orc. But these are pretty cool against the aggro matchup with the Ectoplasma and the high attack points to get rid of monsters. Let me know in the comments what you would cut or what changes you would do in the deck. I'm always happy for like inspirations. But like overall, I'm very happy with the deck and will round it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs up. Construct signing out. I wish you all a good day. See you next video.